This is one of the most underrated king and the greatest, Cyrus the Great. From the moment he was born and attempted to be killed by his father, he escaped the impossible, right? He got captured by the Median Empire and managed to get away from the guards by getting them drunk, and he set up a union to revolt against the Median Empire, which is his own grandfather. And then boom, he started conquering lands after lands after lands after lands. He conquered Babylon, one of the greatest ancient cities of the ancient times, without any bloodshed. His military genius is unmatched. He builds the largest empire during that time, stretching from India to the Mediterranean. Cyrus is also a founder of human rights. He abolished slavery. He able to unite the Persian tribes and start a revolt and start the Achaemenid Empire by overthrowing the Median Empire. He respect every other tradition and cultures practice. Lets everyone practice their own religion and traditions, and he makes his enemies be working with him, like the general of Croatia, which was captured by Cyrus the Great, but then he became an advisor to Cyrus the Great himself, because his enemies are happy to work with Cyrus, right? The conquered cities of Babylon, Lydia, and all other territories, all of these people are happy to be under the management and the empire of Cyrus the Great. He is referred as the Messiah for the Jews because he was able to free the Babylonian captives, the Jews in Babylonians, and send them back to where they are. This motherfucker is very great. But how did he become great? Did he go some special rigorous training, or did he grow up a special way? Did he learn something specific, or is he just autistic and that he got gifted by God to be super great? I did some digging, actually a lot of digging, but unfortunately I couldn't find anything. There's very little about his life, especially during the young years, during the younger years before he became actually great. But I don't want you to leave this video with a feeling that we never know how to be great like Cyrus the Great, right? I talked about the Persian Empire before, the Achaemenid Persian Empire, and the Persians practiced three main things, right? Writing, archery, and telling the truth, right? Although Cyrus might be an outlier of this lifestyle, right? Combined with his tactical genius, his military skills, his diplomacy, and some genetics and some luck, maybe a lot of luck, he was able to become one of the best rulers the world has ever seen. So how I see this, how we can apply this to our daily life by learning some things, alright? And this is what I gathered about. First thing is military skills, fighting skills, psychological warfare, all of this fighting and warfare, all of these skills and knowledge, we must learn about them. Cyrus definitely learned about them, how to become a ruler, how to generaling, how to have a great strategy, how to outperform their enemies. There's no doubt Cyrus learned about this, right? And next is culture awareness, right? We all know that Cyrus was one of the greatest person who actually respected other traditions and cultures, and people liked him because of that. And because he knew about the cultures of the people in Median, cultures in Babylon, the cultures in Lydia, he was able to win the hearts of the people using that culture awareness. And the next is social skills. You got to combine everything with social skills, alright? There's no other way around. If you want to be great, you want to become a good leader, you want to become an emperor, you have to have exceptional social skills. There's no doubt about that. Social skills will enhance every of your skills from year up to year. You think Cyrus the Great was able to unite whole of the Persian tribes during that time with zero social skills? No, he was able to unite these people because of his social skills, of this culture awareness, of these diplomacy skills. All of these comes under social skills, you must have good social skills. And there's no doubt, he focuses a lot on unity. Right, with that out of the way, the fourth thing is critical thinking. Right? Remember, IQ is just a number, but the way you think, the way you can express your thoughts in an organized way, in a systematical way, how can you uncover what are the ideas and how can you relate it to daily life, like what I'm doing. I'm learning history and relating it to daily life. That's intelligence. When I see people and they're very smart, I don't really appreciate it until they are able to relate with daily life, with other things in life. And the next thing is being just, upholding justice, believing justice. I think this is very underrated, but Cyrus is the Cyrus is the proof that we can be just while still conquering lands, building an empire, and upholding influence. Cyrus is just so great at being just and doing all the great stuff he can do. Next is learning history. Guys, I really underestimated the power of learning history, but if you want to know who you are, who you truly are, who your ancestors are, you got to learn history and learn all the mistakes that have been done. Yes, history will repeat itself. Those who really understand history and try to overcome the mistakes will actually be one of the best persons, one of the most successful persons to live on this planet. Because think about it, how do you know, if you know your father, your grandfather, your ancestors was one of the greatest persons, was an alpha male, you might think somehow deep inside you that you're somehow a great person. You have those alpha qualities, those alpha genes. Let me tell you, most of us, right, like 99% of us came down from an alpha guy. Our ancestors there was an alpha. There's no doubt about it. If you look throughout history, there's a bottleneck in the dispersion of the Y chromosome, and it says that for every one man who reproduced, there is other 17 other women. And guess who that one man is? Do you think that guy is a loser? He's a beta sim? No way, man. He is one of the most influential, the richest, the skillful people who gets a lot of chicks, who clap chicks here and there. There's no doubt about it that he's an alpha male. So guys, learn history, learn about what your ancestors fight for, so you have that fighting spirit inside you. You find that. And this is why I share about history, because at the same time I learn about history too, and I share it with the people. So always be learning, and you got to excel yourself in a lot areas of your life. Of course, most of us don't actually have the capabilities to be like Cyrus the Great, right? But we have technologies to help us learn more, to discover more about ourselves, to and form a great brotherhood, great alliances, like how Cyrus the Great unite the Persian tribes. Imagine that he can reunite the Persian tribes during that time with no WhatsApp, no social media, no YouTube or things, but he was able to reunite them. We have these technologies in us to help us. We can communicate faster and better and much more efficiently. So use that to your own advantage, right? That's what my school community is all about to help each other, to excel in every part of our lives, mainly the social skills part, but there's also the other parts of our lives. But the main focus is always social skills, social intelligence, calibration with daily things and life. Again, strive to be the best and dominate your life, right? Remember this, dominate yourself first. It's not about dominating others, because remember, the person with the strongest frame is not the person who is able to dominate others, but he has the dominion over himself. If you get triggered because someone insulted you, you're already lost, because you don't have that dominion over yourself. You think highly of what other people say of you. You think highly of what they seeing of you. But if you have a strong dominance over yourself, you know whether you are a shit or you good. You don't need others to tell you about it. You know your self-worth, your self-value. And that's what having self-dominance over yourself. Alright, so to recap, basically, you got to upgrade yourself in every aspect of your life. Physically, mentally, learn some fighting skills, learn social skills, learn history and critical thinking, and be as good as many things as possible, because that's what generals do, right? That's what commanders do, that's what prime ministers do, that's what presidents do. They are very good at so many things that they don't have to be specialized in anything at all. They just use people. They use people who are specialists. That's what generals do, you know? People tell you to be all of these specialists, be very good at one thing and one thing only, and focus on that thing. But if you want to be above that, generaling and using people with their specialties is gonna get you so much further, right? So take care and be a fucking rock.